The tenets of democracy are skills for living in our society that include tolerance, critical thinking and decision making, thinking together and making meaning, power sharing and empowerment, and individual responsibility and civil involvement with others. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The teacher implements empowerment by having one of the students calibrate the smartboard.
First, we need to calibrate the smartboard to make sure it's lined up, because you know how silly it acts when it isn't working right. David, you want to come on up and do that? There's almost. Kind of tricky sometimes, isn't it, David? There you go.
She then allows a student to enter the day's date on the smartboard.
Capital T. Go ahead.
In addition to empowerment, the teacher integrates critical thinking. She has a student identify and correct mistakes in the computer's translation of a classmate's handwriting.
What do we need to change? Just use a marker and cross out what you don't need. That should be a capital letter. Good job. Okay, anything else you want to do to that word?
Like this.
Can you draw an arrow to connect that? Okay, that needs to be moved over. Needs to be a lowercase y there.
A period.
A period. Anything else that you see?
The teacher creates additional opportunities for critical thinking by having the students compare the size of their feet to the size of a dinosaur footprint.
Here's Sarah's footprint.
I bet it fits here.
Do you think it'll be exact?
No.
How many do you think it would take of these to fill that?
4.
3? Okay. What do you think, David?
5.
5? Matt?
6.
6? Okay. Here's Sarah's footprint. If we lay it in there, there's 1. How many more do you think it might take?
The teacher demonstrates empowerment by giving students responsibility for parts of the lesson. One student, for instance, takes a digital picture of the footprint activity that will be included in a PowerPoint presentation.
You have it? Now remember how you have to push that button halfway down? And you'll see a green light. So get it up where you get Sarah. We need the footprint. Sarah, can you lean down a little bit? Let's back it up a little bit so we can get the footprint in.
Whoa.
Okay, you got it? Does it look like it's in focus, Chan?
Yeah.
Okay, push just a little ways down until you see that little green light. Smile, Sarah. You see the green light? Now snap it. There you go.
The teacher encourages critical thinking by having the students identify some characteristics of dinosaurs. The students must think of words that describe dinosaurs and incorporate them in an acrostic poem. She also implements empowerment by asking the students to write the poem on the smartboard so that they can use it in their PowerPoint presentation.
Now, what kind of word would describe a dinosaur? It has to start with a D.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. That would be a great word. Come write it down. Dangerous. Capital D. A-N-G-E-R-O-U-S. Good job, Dylan. Okay, what's the next letter in dinosaur?
The students are using their critical thinking skills as they work to compare their own weight and height to that of the Tyrannosaurus rex. The students use calculators as they learn how to calculate the number of times they would fit into a Tyrannosaurus rex.
Sarah and Dylan, would you pass out the calculators? Give everybody one. Get it out. And the first thing you want to do is to punch in their weight, 12,000 pounds, and then divide it by your weight and see how many of you it would take.
The teacher implements critical thinking and decision making by having the students invent their own system of dinosaur classification. The students must use their prior knowledge to identify and compare the different kinds of dinosaurs. Then they must decide on the criteria they will use to classify them.
And we're going to do some sorting. Each group's going to have a group of dinosaurs, and we're going to put them in groups. Are they all alike? Dinosaurs exactly the same? No, you just figured that out. Brachiosauruses are very large, T-Rexes are smaller, Stegosauruses are pretty comparable to Tyrannosaurus rex. I'm going to give you a Venn diagram and some dinosaurs, and I want you to figure out which way you would categorize it. Are you going to do it by meat eaters and plant eaters? Are you going to do it by dinosaurs that have plates, dinosaurs that have crowns, long tails, how they're made? Your group has to decide how they're going to categorize their dinosaurs.
As the students work cooperatively in their groups to classify the different kinds of dinosaurs, they demonstrate civil involvement with others.
Okay, well look at your dinosaurs. Look at your dinosaurs. Look at their tails, look at their heads, look at their feet. Some of them have claws, some of them don't. Okay, some of them have plates on their bodies to protect them. So you decide, okay? Because one will be put on here, and some of them, if they have both, will be in the center. So go ahead and put them on the Venn diagram the way you want them.